Blacksmith, Chapter 2. Hello everyone and welcome back for another section of this amazing, enthralling, wonderful story that I'm sure all of you are just delighted to be back for. Yeah, podcasts. Woo. Yeah. Now, tell me. Oh, you can't tell me anything. Once again, it's a podcast. I'm just a silly old man who doesn't know what he's doing. Anyways, if you really want to know more about this story, you can always look up the book, The Boy and the Blacksmith. It's totally there on Google. Just Google it up. Just Google all of it up. It'll be wonderful. But I figured that you'd want to hear it in this audio form first, because why not? Why wouldn't you want to hear it in audio form first? It's wonderful. But let us see what we find here. The boy has wandered into the forest next to the town. He is in search for this flower. He has packed provisions for many days' travel, for he expects this to take many a day. Obviously, many days' travel, many a day. Makes sense, doesn't it? I'm just... Anyways, he is going on an adventure of sorts. The boy has wandered for a couple of days now, and he has not found a flower even close to fitting the description that the blacksmith wants. All of them are small, or skinny, or they're tall, but they're not impressive at all. Oh, not impressive at all, especially for a blacksmith with a chin the size of his head. Oh, it's quite formidable. As the child goes around a corner in the forest, he hears a little scuttle in the bush. Terrified, he hides behind the tree nearest him. He doesn't know what to do. What kind of animal could this be? Could it be a giant beast? Could it just be a little mouse? Or could it be something even worse? Something mythical, something that has not been seen for 1,000 years. Either way, he decides to take a sneak peek. A sneaky peek around the corner of the tree to see what lies in wait. The bush before him rustles more. Oh goodness, he thinks, it must be something huge. It must be something so gigantic. Oh, it's coming out right now. He watches a little bunny rabbit hop out of the bush, enjoying a couple of berries that he had picked himself. The boy felt foolish for thinking such crazy thoughts about it's just a rabbit. It's just a rabbit. Why did he be scared? It's just a little rabbit. Suddenly, the rabbit turns to look at him. This goes on for a good 10 seconds. The rabbit doesn't dare look another direction. All of his focus is on the boy. The boy doesn't dare look another direction, for all of his focus is on the rabbit. All of a sudden, the rabbit talks? Gasp.
Why, hello there, little boy. What are you doing here?
Excuse me? Did you just talk to me? Did you just talk to me, little rabbit? Is that you?
Why, yes, little boy. I am talking to you.
There's nobody else here, is there? Is there? Yeah. Oh, that's what I thought. Nobody else here. Just talking to you. But, how are you talking to me? You're a rabbit, you're not supposed to talk to me!
Well, yes, that is quite a predicament. I didn't know what to think about.
Of course I'm talking to you! Do you know what forest you're even in, boy? This is a magic forest. And you should be honored to even be in it. I didn't know this forest was magic. Why, yes, of course it is. Come with me and I will show you some of the majesty of the forest itself. And sure enough, he was correct. This part of the forest was very magical. There were flowers that just seemed to have a glow about them that no other plant had before that this boy had seen. It was a breathtaking sight. And the trees themselves, they had big, beautiful flowers. that bloomed in reds and blues and yellows. Colors were on the same tree, all over the place. It was quite a sight to see.
What are you doing in this part of the forest, anyways?
Questioned the rabbit.
Well, sir, I'm in search of a very large and a very tall flower. One that might impress a man 3 times my height, 2 times my width, and a chin the size of my head.
Ooh.
Goodness, that is very big, man, isn't he? Well, let's see. A tall flower indeed. A very large and tall flower. I know what you need, but it's a bit of a hike, and it's not in this part of the forest.
Oh, really? You know what it is?
Yes, I do, actually. This old memory remembers quite a few things. Now, let's see, where exactly was... yes, it was... the big waterfall.
A big waterfall? I didn't know there was a waterfall in this forest.
Well, of course there's a waterfall in this forest. What do you take this forest to be, young lad? It has normal animals, it has magic animals, it has normal plants, it has magic plants. Do you not think that it has at least one waterfall of some sort? The river powers the entire ecosystem. Have you learned nothing in school?
Well, I haven't learned anything in school, actually, because we couldn't afford school. And now I can't afford anything because my mother has been flipped to the sea by a bear.
Oh, I'm very sorry to hear that.
He replies in a very awkward manner and then takes out a map to possibly transition away from the subject and to look for the flower the boy requested.
Yes, it's by the big waterfall. By the very large, very big waterfall is a very big, very large flower that I think would even impress a man of the size that you described to me.
Could you possibly put it out on my map for me that I have here? Could you possibly put it up on a map? Could you possibly point it out to my map for me that I have here? Yes? Yeah, maybe? So the boy took his advice and set off on his journey to the big waterfall. And I believe that is all the time that I have for today's episode. And it's not because of tea time this time around. No. Don't get all fussy with me. I don't drink tea that much. I will say, though, that you should keep listening to these. There are many more chapters to cover of this boy's journey with the blacksmith. Thank you for listening. This is me signing off. Goodbye.